We're here in my studio, Polivka studio, woodworking studio, it's a sculpture studio. And so, over the last 24 years we've been here. Polivka's been in this space, Wells Fargo Stagecoach building, pretty cool place. And so we organized in 1993 and came into here, took the space, and then we've been furniture makers here for 24 years, basically, I guess. Well, today is we're closing down Polivka. We're going to stop being a woodworking entity. I had an intern. I had a young man, Matt Castilleja, come into my place looking to be an intern. He actually came in just to kind of look around and see what I did. His mentor, his business mentor, had dropped him off in front and had him come in here kind of off the cuff. And so he came in and talked to me, and I've had a lot of interns, from the Art Institute over all these 2 decades, and so I've had a lot of interns. So I was at the end of my career. I was kind of new. I was kind of at the end of my career at that point. I had already decided to kind of move forward with. I've done this for 40 years, so I've kind of done about all I can do to some degree, So he asked if he could be my intern, and I said, well, yeah, sure. And there was a little broom right there, and he goes, well, how about if I just start sweeping the floor right now? And I said, cool. And he did, and he's been here ever since. He was really all about learning the craft, devoting himself to the craft. He was a metal worker, Dave, when he came in. He was a metal worker. He had a furniture business called, I can't remember, it was a really funny name, like Lab 13 or something, it was a real millennial name. But after he was here for about a week, I could tell he was just a natural woodworker. And he could too. And then he found out that he had relatives that were, I think his grandfather was a woodworker, as a matter of fact. And so he went and talked to his parents, and they said, oh yeah, well, we got Grandpa's tools. And so he got his grandpa's tools, and it was Katie bar the door. And so he just was a wonderful human being, had an incredible family. He was a natural woodworker. He was completely 100% unselfish. He had a penchant for high quality. He didn't know that when he came here, but he did. Do you know what I mean? So he had a lot of the attributes that, that I felt like it was worth mentoring him. So we thought that I'll just give the big place to Matt and just gift it to him. Let him have my designs, and he can run, and he won't have to struggle. He won't have to get a little tiny space and work out of his garage, which he'd already been doing, with his woodworking furniture.
At first it was sheer terror. I didn't know that, we'd been talking about it for a little while on and off, but as soon as I signed the lease and new projects started coming in, it got real quickly, but it's been awesome. I'm very excited about the future. Work's just been flowing in steadily, and really it's just a tremendous honor to be able to continue on this heritage, this tradition of hand making furniture. David learned from his mentors who are from Mexico and Italy, at a fixture shop not too far from here. So to me it's more than just a building, more than just furniture. It's a continuation of a philosophy, of a kind of a way of life, doing things by hand. Because when you're doing things of a higher quality, you have to have a higher standard, and there's a lot of accountability in doing this type of work. Your successes and your failures ride directly on you. There's no one else you can blame but yourself, or if something doesn't go right. But no, I really love that, and the Polivkas have given me a whole new start to my life. Have taught me so much. Really had to beat it into me for a while, but it took, and so they decided to give the business over to me, and it's just a tremendous honor, and